Hey guys, welcome. Before we get started, please note the disclaimer listed above. If you are here, make sure you to stick around because we're going to help inform you and ensure that you are confident enough for the upcoming AP Biology exam that is set for next Monday, May 5th, 2025. We're going to be covering some tips and tricks and changes for the first time ever for the upcoming AP Biology exam. So stick around. So the first thing we want to note is this new hybrid testing format. So one of the things that you need to note for this format is there is a new computer-based model for multiple choice questions, and free response questions are going to be handwritten. That's why it's hybrid. So what that means is you, if you haven't done so, need to download the Bluebook app. Go ahead, look for it on College Board's website. Make sure to download that because you want to download that so that way you can use the app to make sure that you are familiar for it for test day. And 50% of the test will be directly answering multiple choice questions on that computer format. And the other 50% will be reviewing the questions on the computer screen. However, you're going to be writing your responses in paper and pencil format, so it will be handwritten. So just be aware that you have a proper computer or laptop or tablet that you are downloading this Bluebook app so that way you can review how to streamline it on your laptop while using your keyboard or, using your mouse. So you want to make sure that you have that all set up before test day. If not done so, I would suggest doing it the day that you are reviewing this video ASAP. So keep that written down. Now, if you are looking for material, make sure to go to our Linktree. Our Linktree is in the description in our bio, and it will be linked down below. And in the Linktree, you will find the Unit 1 through 8 review bundle. You will also find a bundle for just free response questions if you want to. And if you're looking for hybrid related questions, we had created Units 1 through 4 specifically to address the hybrid testing format. So make sure to take a look at those because they're great for Unit 1 through 4 for the new hybrid testing. So if you are looking to have questions populate on your screen, we have questions related to that. But if you are, once again, ready to check that out, make sure to go through our link tree that's in our bio or listed below, and you will have a question set that are extra that you won't see anywhere else to help you for that test. Now, with this test that is coming up, make sure to check your devices, making sure that you have a charged device. So your laptop charge is there, so your laptop or your tablet is charged. So make sure to also bring your charger on testing day. Extra pens and pencils. Blue and black ink is preferred, especially if you are planning to utilize the hybrid testing, which you probably are if you are taking the AP Biology exam. So making sure that you have pens and pencils available to you. And then also please note that in the Desmos format of the Bluebook app, it will be used in calculator format, but if you want to bring a graphing calculator with you, you can. So I also would suggest playing around in the Bluebook app and utilizing the calculator to really see how the calculator functions are, so you are able to mimic that for testing day prior. Now, alongside with that, we have the exam structure that you see here. Remember, it is the new hybrid format for the first time ever. And what that essentially means for you is that you will have multiple choice questions, 60 questions, and they will be provided with a time limit of 90 minutes. Remember, this for the first time will be multiple choice on your computer screen. So making sure that you understand standalone questions, experimental questions, graphs, data tables, a combination of each one of these will be given individually or in group questions. Sometimes you'll see sets with 4 or 5 questions in a set, and making sure to understand those questions are imperative. If you want some practice, we do have our review packet. Then if you're looking for free response questions, remember there are going to be 6 essential questions. There's 2 long and 4 short. Same thing, 90 minutes. Now remember, in the hybrid testing format for the 2025 exam, Bluebook is going to provide you the question on the computer screen, but you're expected to use a pen or pencil to write down your responses. Now, make sure that you understand that long questions are valued at 8 to 10 points each, while short answers are going to carry around 4 points each. So make sure to understand that. And keep in mind that the second long question tends to involve some sort of graph creation, and we're going to cover that in just a second as to what things you need to know for that. So with those questions, specifically the free response questions, things you need to remember is for those 2 long responses, you want to focus on analyzing experimental results, making sure that you understand what concept is being covered from units 1 through 8, understanding that you are going to be asked sometimes to identify the independent, dependent, and control variable. Remember, the control variable is not being changed. The independent variable can stand alone, and the dependent variable is dependent on some sort of situation or some sort of problem that is there. So make sure you are able to predict outcomes and justify reasoning. And just as a clear note, if you are asked to provide a graph, make sure to label the X and Y axis properly, making sure that you write within the margins of the pamphlet booklet that you are provided, and making sure your handwriting is neat and legible to prevent any sort of confusion. Describing data trends is very important. So making sure that if you are given some sort of experiment, you understand, is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Is it inversely proportional? Is it directly proportional? For the short answers, make sure that you're concise, direct answers using as many scientific terms as possible that is best fit, and using very specific examples if necessary is important as. So we also note the grading process. Now we've covered both the process, you've taken the test. Please note that even though we've changed the testing format, College Board is not expected to release the test any earlier than normal. There is manual grading to ensure some sort of accuracy and fairness for students. And remember to ensure that you're checking your grades on the College Board portal once released. So then we want to also make sure right before testing day, so the Sunday before, I would suggest that this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I know it's the weekend, but try your best to maintain the same schedule that you wake up for. So that way, by Sunday into Monday, you are not waking up unusually in a different time. The biology exam this year is set for Monday, and I think that's done intentionally to make sure students are really not flustered with timing. I'm just being interesting here, but just making sure that you are keeping the same time frame from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend, because you want to ensure that you're waking up on time and you're not sleeping throughout the test. So what you're going to do is you're going to have multiple alarms, have one on your phone, have a physical alarm, have a backup alarm, maybe on a tablet, whatever you need to do. Prepare a packing list and set it up ahead of time. If you have snacks you want, make sure to have those there. Your laptop, your charger, all the things that we talked about, your pens, your pencils, make sure they're packed up Sunday night. Make sure to have that valid ID just in case you are in a brand new testing location and they need that. So making sure that you're there for testing day, ready and prepared, and have that ready to go so you don't forget anything. The worst thing you could do is show up to the testing center and not show up with the right items, making sure that you have your testing proof if you have it available to you. I know I'm old-fashioned, but I like to print it out just in case, but you don't have to. But just making sure that you have some sort of valid ID should be sufficient, along with your packing material, including food, including a water bottle if necessary, including that you have your bag. If you have a formula sheet that you've created or some sort of scrap sheet that you use to study extra information you did not know, make sure to have that ready to go for you for testing day. Okay, so now that we've covered that, make sure that you understand the night before the exam, do not cram. Making sure this weekend you're focusing on relaxing. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to sleep at 2 a.m. on Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday night. So making sure that you get a full night's rest is important. I know it's very easy to get anxious. So making sure the weekend before we have a set time and we're sticking to it helps us really alleviate any stress. Making sure to review your routine. Once again, keeping the same routine. I would suggest even starting today to wake up the same time if you can do so, and trying to mimic the same foods that you plan to take on testing day, just so that way you are safe and ready. Now, also on top of that, we want to make sure that after 2025, if you are planning to take the exam, just to note that I know you probably watched this video and you're probably like, well, I'm planning to take it in 2026. Please note there's going to be new topics, an area of focus. So new videos will be posted to clarify these concepts. We did provide, by the way, if you are ready to take the exam for 2024, I just want to point out that in our play. Quick reminder, we have videos for units 1 through 4, even 5 that we've created for the exam. However, we're going to update those videos if you're not reviewing those for 2026. So the revisions are there to enhance overall student preparedness for the exam. So if you are taking the exam this Monday, you can review units 1 through 4/5. We have a playlist just dedicated to this. It's great if you're like walking or you're relaxing and you just want to review some concepts this week. Feel free to review those. They're great. If you are planning to take that 2026 exam, we are updating those videos, and we will be updating the topic list and ensuring that you are well prepared for the next coming. Thank you so much, and we hope that you hit that subscribe button, review the playlist videos if you haven't done so for units 1 through 5. If you are planning to take for 2025, if you are planning to take for 2026, just a reminder, you still can review the earlier videos that we have there. Most of them will be generally the same. And make sure to hit that subscribe button for 2026 as we update new videos. Hey, Geeking Out on STEM family, guess what? We want you to hit that subscribe button. Why? Because we'll be producing more content just like this for the AP Biology exam and the new digital SAT exam. By subscribing, you'll be getting exclusive, up-to-date tips, tricks, and secrets for both exams. Also, if you're a parent, a teacher, a homeschool instructor, or a student, you might be looking for affordable and exclusive digital products to help improve multiple choice questions, free response questions, or question bank questions related to both the digital SAT or AP Biology exam. We have them here. Make sure to check out our Linktree in our bio for curated resources that you won't find anywhere else. These unique resources are designed to help you raise your score. By hitting the subscribe button, the more subscribers we get, by the way, the more videos we can make. So make sure to join our family to ensure that you get a perfect score for